What's up everybody, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about UFC Fight Night Orlando, Thompson versus Holland. Great fucking card, man. Like all around amazing fight night. We got a great main event in Stephen Thompson versus Kevin Holland, two strikers who are probably going to go at it for 5 rounds. We got RDA coming back. We got Mateus Nicolau versus Match Now, which is very underrated in my opinion. We got Taito Iwasa coming back, so that's always fun. We got Nico Price coming back, Jack Hermanson versus Roman Dolidze. We got Michael Johnson, the best worst fighter ever. And even if we look at the first fight, Yasmin Jauregui, no idea how to pronounce that, but she's like real good, and she showed real promise in her UFC debut. Also got Marcelo Ojo. If you know, you know. He's a fucking amazing guy to watch. So this fight night is going to be a treat. So I thought I'd do an early prediction on this one. So let's just dive in. Stephen Thompson versus Kevin Holland, two strikers fighting against each other. Not the best 5-on-1 for both guys, but they fought a lot of wrestlers. Like Holland fought Vittori, Chimaev, who just kept on wrestling him. Then Stephen faced Muhammad and Gilbert Burns, who also kept grappling him. So in the striking fights, they win. In the fights against wrestlers, they lose. So they got matched up against each other. And now I have no idea who will win, to be honest, because both guys are good. But I feel like Stephen Thompson is like the much better technical fighter. This is my pen, by the way. Much better technical fighter, but Kevin Holland is unorthodox. He has the power, he has the speed, he has the I'd say he's even bigger. Pretty sure he's 6'3", and he's the thickest guy, but still I'd say he's a bigger, heavier fighter, because Stephen Thompson is notoriously like not cutting weight for 170, not a lot at least. So and yeah, Stephen is old. He's 39, almost 40 years old. I don't think that he can hang with a guy like Kevin Holland for 5 rounds. He might win the first 2, maybe the first round, and then Kevin will just up the card speed, up the volume, even try to grapple. I think that would be smart. Just try to clinch against Stephen Thompson and just take him down, because even in his last fight, Stephen Thompson didn't even try to get underhooks. He tried to defend takedowns with overhooks, which that's not going to work against a good wrestler. So I don't think that he has the greatest takedown defense, and Kevin Holland could just show that his wrestling is gotten better as well. I'll say that Stephen wins 1 round. I think that he will the first, but after that Kevin Holland will just, I wouldn't say dominate, but pretty comfortably win the fight with a lot of grappling and just his own striking. So 49-46, I'd say that's the fight. That's how the fight will end. So let's go to RDA versus Brian Barberena. A co-main event, amazing fight. RDA asked for a fun matchup. He got one at welterweight, so he's going back up again. He's fighting Bam Bam. 2 Bam Bams on this card, by the way, Brian Barberena and Taito Iwasa, which is pretty fun. And we had a Bam Bam last week as well, so it's pretty cool. So RDA is a big favorite, like minus 340. I don't agree with that, because I feel like this is a close fight. RDA wanted a fun fight, so I don't know if he'll grapple, if he'll try to grapple. If you want a fun fight, I'd say you don't, but I don't know what his perception of fun is. Yeah, he's obviously had faced the better competition. The guys at the top, he's been the champion as well, so experience edge goes to him, grappling edge goes to him as well. But I feel like Brian is the bigger dog in this fight. He's the guy with the better striking as well, more volume on the feet. So it's close in my opinion. It's certainly closer than the odds suggest. But I don't know, if RDA will use his grappling, he'll win. Definitely he'll win. But if he doesn't, if he just tries to stand with Brian, it will be close. But I'll give it to Brian. So RDA, I don't think that he's a guy who'll try to just strike with someone. I think that he'll wrestle, and I think that he'll succeed. And win a decision, I'd say 29-28, because maybe he'll try to strike in the first, and then when it doesn't work, he'll just go back to his grappling. So 29-28 decision for an RDA. Then we got Matheus Nicolau versus Matt Schnell. This fight is such a banger, man. Matheus Nicolau is a great fighter. His last win was against David Dvorak. Pretty sure he dropped him like twice in that fight. So, he's got the power. And he's one before that was against Tim Elliott. Close decision. The decision he won, definitely did. And then we got Matt Danger Schnell. Great guy. Man, his last win was fucking amazing. If you didn't watch that fight, please do. That fight was wow. Like, he was getting pieced up on the feet in the second round. He got hurt like 20 fucking times in like 2 minutes, and then he got mount. He beat him, and then he got the triangle choke. Pretty sure it was triangle. Let's see. Triangle. Slapped him, by the way. So fucking amazing fight, man. You should watch that. Matt Schnell's a dog in there. And yeah, Matt Schnell, he isn't the guy who will go to the decision, and I don't think that this one will go to decision as well. Matheus Nicolau, he has power, he has good striking, and he has good wrestling as well, good BJJ too. While Matt Schnell, he's an okay striker, but the striking defense isn't good. I'd say his strongest weapon is his BJJ, but even then he's very sloppy sometimes. That's how he got caught against Brandon Royval like 6 months ago. Yeah. I'll have to go with Matheus Nicolau, because I feel like Matt Schnell is just too wild sometimes and leaves too many openings for a guy like Nicolau to use them. And I feel like Nicolau will knock him out, because he isn't real scared of the ground game of Matt Schnell, because he has a great ground game as well. Sumit Darja was. He got out of some bad positions in the first, so he's kind of shaky in that position. And shaky in the second round. So I'll go with Nicolau. I'd say by TKO, and I'd say in the second round after the first round is a scramble fest. So yeah, going with Matheus Nicolau by TKO. And then we got Taito Ivasa versus Sergey Pavlovich. This is definitely not going to decision. Sergey Pavlovich, amazing guy in the first round. Second round he starts to drop off, but still good. While Taito Ivasa, in my opinion, underrated fighter. Pretty good cardio for like such a big guy too. So I definitely favor him here. The odds say that he's an underdog, which is crazy to me, because Pavlovich hasn't really shown anything like that was that crazy that Taito Ivasa hasn't. I mean, he did beat Derek Lewis like in the first round, and beat Shamil Abdurakhimov, but it wasn't easy though. Like against Shamil, it wasn't an easy win. Against Maurice Green, like that was 3 years ago, but he came back against Shamil. Yeah, there might have been some ring rust, but still I'm not as high as Sergey Pavlovich as I am on Taito Ivasa, and I feel like Tai will just swing and beat Sergey Pavlovich by KO in the second round after a successful first round for both guys. But I think that Tai is just different. His mindset is different, his chin is different, his body is different. So I expect another shoey after the second round. Definitely not sleeping on Sergey Pavlovich though, because that guy's power, man. So let's see what's next up. Jack Hermanson versus Roman Dolidze. Dolidze, I have no idea. But Jack Hermanson, Swedish guy, won against Chris Curtis last time out. Chris wasn't too happy with it, but shit happens. Roman Dolidze 11-1, got his undefeated record taken by Trevin Giles, which is kind of crazy, but because he isn't doing too amazing right now at welterweight, but pretty good fighter to be honest. And then we got his win against Staropoli. Kyle Daukaus, amazing knee in the clinch. Exactly, I would say knee in the clinch, and then some ground and pound. Pretty sure he broke his orbital bone with the knee, so that's pretty cool. And then not even a month ago, he beat Phil Haas. after he damaged his knee. Pretty sure it was like an ACL up there or some shit. Damaged his knee real bad, and then Phil Haas couldn't walk properly, so then he got knocked out. I'm not happy what happened there, but Phil Haas himself, he decided to go on even with the torn ACL. So that's how you get knocked out too. But Roman Dolidze is a big fighter. He's 6'2". He has like a thick frame, while Jack Hermansson, he's pretty, like, he has broad shoulders, but he isn't that thick. So both guys are pretty big for middleweight. I'd say Roman has the better striking. I mean, he has the better power, but Jack showed that he has pretty good striking as well. He showed against Chris Curtis that he can jab and just stick to a jab and win fights like that as well. He has good volume. He is a good BJJ fighter. He's a good grappler. But Roman Dolidze is an amazing BJJ grappler. Pretty sure he got some medals at some ADCC shit, so he's good. But his cardio is kind of suspect to me. He's gone 3 rounds, but those weren't like the most volume heavy 3 rounds, so I have no idea how he will show his cardio against Jack Hermansson, who does have a great output. And it is like a week's notice for Roman, so I'm going with Jack Hermansson. Jack is good. Jack has the skills. He has the speed. He has the BJJ, and he has the wrestling as well to not fall to the mistakes that Kyle Daukaus has, for example. So I'm going with the Joker. I'm going with the decision, 30-27. But if this fight was a full on full notice, not on short notice for Roman Dolidze, I'd say that he could have put up a good fight against Jack Hermansson. Then we have Eric Anders versus Kyle Daukaus. Both guys have lost the last fight. Eric Anders has lost his last 2. He's lost to Jun Yong Park and Andre Muniz. Which, Andre Muniz is an amazing grappler, and so is Roman Dolidze, and he's good for striker as well. So the last few losses haven't been like against bad opponents, so they're still, I'd say, right outside the rankings at middleweight, top 20, I'd say. Now they face each other. Kyle Daukaus is a pretty big favorite, -200. I'd say that is justified. He is definitely the better grappler here, not the better wrestler, and definitely not the better striker as well. I'd say this is a pretty close fight, to be honest. Now I'm thinking about it, I don't think that -200 is justified for Kyle Daukaus. I mean, he is the younger fighter. He is taller as well. He isn't as thick as Eric Anders, though. Your boy is thick as shit. But yeah, I'd say this is a close fight, and I feel like Eric Anders could win this if he just doesn't give up the takedowns. He has pretty good takedown defense. He's pretty strong in the clinch, so I'd say he'll be able to just keep it at a distance and jab off Kyle Daukaus, because Kyle isn't an amazing striker, and I feel like he kind of, I don't want to say he wills, but he does like getting hit, and I feel like Eric Anders hits hard, so I feel like he'll be able to win the decision this way. So guys, this was it for today. This is the main card of UFC Orlando. I'm going to be doing a prelims part as well. If you guys want to, just let me know in the comments below. And that was it. Peace out.